Do you know anything about Islam? Have you ever asked over there?
I don't know. I'm not religious at all.
Beautiful. Okay.
And what I notice is how people behave.
Okay.
And I get like all this kindness and genuine care from Muslim
Awesome,
people.
bro.
So
I mean, listen.
that's what I judge people on.
What was your name?
Matt.
Matt. My name is Khalid. I mean, listen, bro. We say as Muslims, you know, you can see basically the fruits of something.
Yeah.
You know, maybe if you're not informed on something, you can see the fruits of it, if it's good or bad. Yeah. So we say as Muslims, Islam means submission. We say like we as humans, the earth, the universe itself couldn't have came from nothing.
Right.
By definition, if we're here, if there's something, that couldn't have manifested from nothingness. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what we say as Muslims. We don't say like to worship something weird. We don't say worship like a specific man or like a specific idol or some tree. No, we say worship the one, believe in the one that created everything.
Yeah.
That's what Islam is basically. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Is that easy to understand?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up a Catholic, so I get a lot of this idea of having a religion.
Awesome, yeah.
But it's not for me.
For sure.
And just like, that's just the way I am.
But even Catholicism, what was your name again, Matt?
My name's Matt.
Matt, yeah.
So
Even
named after an apostle.
I know, Matt.
My mom was reaching high.
I know a lot about Matt. But even, bro, Matt, Catholicism itself has undergone so many changes.
Yeah.
And it's undergone there's a lot of oppression to basically conform and get the people to conform, using power, using there's a lot of dark history in the Catholic Church and Catholicism in general.
Yeah.
But we say, Matt, we don't say worship a man. We don't say you don't have, if you follow this church, or if you don't follow this church, you'll go to hell. If you don't confess to the priest, we say simply that we came from something, right?
Yeah.
We say believe in that something, which is God. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean.
And we believe in Jesus, by the way.
I can understand that. Yeah, I know all that
For sure,
too.
for sure.
I know a little bit about the like interactions between religions.
Exactly.
And things like that.
Exactly.
So,
but
I'm
we say
an informed person.
We say believe in one
I'll tell
God.
you just one more story, and
Go
then
ahead.
I'm gonna take off.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
I only want to talk to you because I feel I can support what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I feel like
we're having a good conversation, bro.
There's a lot of negative impressions people have about Islam.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I think is like, if you actually compare what people do in different religions,
you're
not going to come to the same conclusion.
For sure. For sure.
And that's what I feel. And
Beautiful.
then other thing I noticed is like I read about a short biography of Mevlavi, the Jamaluddin. His name was Rumi.
Oh, okay.
Rumi.
Yes.
So he wrote these love poems to God.
Okay.
Which I thought was like, wow, who would do that, right?
Okay.
And I read all these poems and I thought, okay, I'm just like making myself go through this because I'm not religious. But then afterwards, I just felt better.
Really?
And there was really something there.
Really?
So, and I've talked to a friend about it. She wants to also read the book I read.
Okay.
And so, I don't know. I'm an explorer in the world.
It's good to explore. You like to explore and read?
My philosophy is that we don't actually know why we're here.
Okay.
We're part of nature.
Okay.
We look around and feel the beauty of nature.
That's
where you kind of sort of like, I feel like we're sensing ourselves.
Okay.
And you try to get a meaning to all that.
Yeah.
It really gets you into like a lot of, I don't know, feel like analytical tangles or something.
Okay, no problem.
We
say
I'm just being, you know,
we're definitely
in my space.
As humans, I appreciate that, man. We as humans, we definitely believe that God created this setting for us to be in. We don't think like we're basically not meant to be in the nature. No, look at this tree. You know, I read a book, interestingly enough, called The Hidden Life of Trees. I don't know if you ever read it.
No, that sounds interesting.
It's super interesting.
I've heard of that.
Did you know, Matt, that trees can hear, they can feel, they can taste?
Yeah, they say they talk to one
they
another
speak.
as well.
Yeah, it's so crazy. They have in their root systems. They have basically the research hasn't been completed yet. They don't know how exactly the roots basically speak to one another. But for example, if there's a squirrel that bites one of these leaves on this tree, after 20 minutes or so, it sends a signal to the tree that makes all the other leaves bitter, so it stops eating from it. Not only that, it sends signals to the surrounding trees that, yo, I just got eaten. And all the surrounding trees make their leaves bitter so they don't get eaten. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, we say this, Matt, simply. You see that nice watch you got on your wrist?
Yeah.
Imagine if I told you this.
$40 from Walmart.
Hey, it looks nice. Imagine if I told you this, would you ever believe me? What if I were to tell you, over millions and millions and billions of years, and you had sand in your pocket, just sand, and over billions of years sitting in that bag, would it ever change into that watch? With that intricate design and that.
Know.
But think about it.
Yeah. I see where your analogy is going. It's okay. I mean,
you know what I mean? We say, because we say as humans that has some design to it. You know what I mean? We say that tree system that I just told you about, that's way more complicated than the watch system.
Yeah.
Therefore, if there's a design, there must be a designer. And we're not telling you, listen, pay 10% of your money to the church. No, bro, no. We say believe in the one that created you. That's it, simply. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I appreciate.
And then you really become one with nature if you believe in the one that created you. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I want to gift you this since you're open-minded.
No, I don't. I have a Quran.
You do? Okay. Yeah, you read the Quran?
I have not read it.
Okay.
I'm not.
I invite you to read it.
I haven't been strong enough to put myself.
I got you.
In that spot.
Well, I invite you to read it. You know what I mean? Since you're open-minded, I invite you to read it. See what it says for yourself. You know what I mean?
Well, good meeting you.
Good meeting you. I enjoy the conversation. You have a good day, my friend.
You too.
Okay.
Bye.
Take it easy. Quran?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead. Yes, ma'am.
So the 10 Commandments.
Okay.
Do y'all have a version of those?
So the 10 Commandments, they were given to Moses, right? Mm-hmm. We believe in Moses as a prophet.
Okay.
And we believe in Jesus as a prophet. We believe Islam, which means submission, has been the religion from the beginning. Because all the prophets tell their people to submit to the one God. They told their people right from wrong. Mm-hmm. So we believe all the prophets were Muslims. You see what I mean? So we believe if I was in the time of Moses, I would believe in what Moses had. You see what I mean?
Okay.
And if I were in the time of Jesus, I would follow Jesus and believe in what Jesus had, which was called in Arabic the Injil. We see as Muslims that no, but since that the books, objectively, you can do your research, they've been changed over time. We say that God had to send a final prophet, which is the Prophet Muhammad, with the Quran. Mm-hmm. A book that would correct the beliefs of the previous people and a book that wasn't changed. So the Quran, 1400 years, it hasn't been changed one letter.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean? So if there's an Old Testament, the original, we believe in it. And there's a New Testament for Jesus, the original, we believe in it. Mm-hmm. We would say the Quran is like the final testament, the final installment of a long line of prophets that we all believe in. Do you see what I mean? That's what Islam is. Okay. But since the books today, for example, and with all respect, the Bible, the New Testament, Old Testament, there's corruption in it. There's changes in it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We see as Muslims, anything from God cannot have a corruption. That means that there was human involvement in changing and whatever, whether it was intentional or unintentional. Do you see what I mean? Mm-hmm. We say that, no, the Quran is the word of Allah, the speech of Allah. Allah means God. Given to the Prophet Muhammad for the rest of humankind.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that make sense, my man?
Yeah. So there's the 10 Commandments, but you don't have a new 10 Commandments.
No, I mean, so the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, we agree with them. We agree with them. The original 10 Commandments, give it to Moses, we agree. The first commandment was, Hear, O Israel, your Lord, the God is one God. We agree with that. Yeah. You know what I mean? But the thing is, that's why I say the original that was given to Moses, 100% we agree with it. But I say that because if you were to show me something today, I couldn't 100% tell you that this was given to Moses. Yeah. Because, for example, I'll give you an example.
Tell them why you're asking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a teacher in Louisiana.
Yes, ma'am. Where in Louisiana?
Baton Rouge.
I was born in BR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was born in Baton Rouge.
Well, we live in Gonzales.
Yeah.
Well,
I lived in a neighborhood called Jennifer Jean. I don't know if you heard about that. It's right.
In Baton Rouge.
It's
yeah,
right next to LSU.
Yeah.
I was born there. Yeah.
So our governor just signed a bill saying we have to post the 10 Commandments in public school classrooms.
Okay.
So I was just curious because I want to be, inclusive of everybody. I don't want to just have it.
No, beautiful.
That's why.
The 10 Commandments, as they are, thou shalt not kill, shalt not steal. Muslims believe in it. You know what I mean? But when we say that the original that was with Moses, we believe in that. But we don't confirm the Prophet Muhammad what he told us. He said, "Do not confirm nor deny the previous scriptures, because there might be word of God in it." So we don't wholesale reject, nor do we wholesale accept, because we don't know, there must be corruption. That's why the Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad in the original language in Arabic for objective people to scrutinize it, Because in the time of the prophets, you can see the miracle with your eye. Moses split the sea. You believe in him as a prophet. Jesus Christ, he raised the dead with the God's permission. You believe him because it's a sign. Mm-hmm. How do we believe in Islam or the Prophet Muhammad as a true prophet if he's not in front of us? we see that's what the Quran is. It's a book with miracles. It hasn't been changed 1400 years, and this is the miracle of Islam. Okay. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So this is just a gift. You guys can read it objectively. You don't have to accept it. It's just something to keep on your bookshelf.
Thank you anyway.
No problem at all.
Thank you.
No problem at all. I hope you guys have a good day.
All right, you too.
All right, y'all take it easy.